Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're zeroing in on something really vital for your digital security,
Uh-huh.
especially if you happen to use desktop email programs, like Outlook with your Gmail.
Right.
We want to make sure your email stays yours, basically.
Exactly. Yeah, we've got a pretty helpful guide here from Excel Technologies.
Yeah.
They're actually authorized Google partners, so good source material.
Okay.
And our mission today, well, it's pretty simple. Just to get you up to speed on using these things called app passwords. They can seriously level up your Gmail security.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Why can't I just keep using my regular Gmail password in Outlook? What's the big deal there?
Yeah, that's really the core issue, isn't it? Using
Yeah.
your main Gmail password everywhere, like in Outlook or other apps,
Yeah.
well, it gives those apps really broad access
Broad access.
to your entire Google world, yeah. So if one of those apps gets compromised somehow,
Yeah.
your whole digital life could potentially be at risk. It introduces vulnerabilities you really want to avoid. Think of it like giving a guest the master key to your whole house instead of just the front door key.
Okay, that makes sense. So what's the first step then? How do we start locking things down?
Right. The absolute essential first step, really the foundation, is turning on two-step verification. You might hear it called 2FA.
2FA. Right.
Simply put, it just means you need two things to log into your Google account.
Mm.
Your password, sure, but also a second check. Usually that's a code sent to your phone or something similar.
Right, that extra layer.
Yeah.
Sounds crucial. So how do I actually, switch that on, enable 2FA?
But it's actually pretty straightforward. You just need to go to your Google account settings. The easiest way is probably myaccount.google.com.
Myaccount.google.com. Got it.
Yep. Then look for the security section on the left-hand side. And under the heading Signing into Google, you should see two-step verification. Just click on that and follow the steps. If you haven't done it already, definitely do this first. It's a bedrock.
Okay, done. Let's say 2FA is now active. So where do these app passwords you mentioned fit into this whole picture?
Good question. Think of app passwords as like unique single-use keys. You create them specifically for apps like Outlook.
Ah, okay.
So instead of giving Outlook your main Google password, your master key, you give it this special, much less powerful password. It aligns with this core security idea, least privilege.
Least privilege.
Yeah, just granting only the necessary access. So by using an app password, you limit what that third-party app can potentially do or see if, something goes wrong. It minimizes the damage.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting. How do we actually generate one? Make one of these app passwords.
Right. So the process is pretty similar, actually. You head back to that same security section in your Google account.
Back to myaccount.google.com/security.
Exactly. This time, look for app passwords. It might be under the same signing into Google area or nearby.
Yeah.
You might need to enter your Google password again, just for security.
Okay, makes sense. And then what? After I click app passwords.
You'll see a couple of drop-down menus. One says Select App, the other is Select Device.
Uh-huh.
For Select App, just choose Mail. Pretty logical.
Right.
For Select Device, pick whatever matches what you're using. So Windows Computer if you're using Outlook on Windows, or Mac if you're on a Mac, and so on. Choose the right one for you.
Okay, mail, and then say Windows Computer, and then the magic happens.
Almost. Then you just click the Generate button.
Generate. Okay.
And Google will instantly display a 16-character password, usually in a yellow box. Now, this is the critical part. This 16-character code is the password you need to use in Outlook when it asks for your Gmail password.
So not my normal password I use everywhere else.
Correct. Forget your regular Gmail password for Outlook specifically. Use this new generated one.
So I just copy that string of characters and paste it into Outlook's password field.
Exactly that. And here's the key takeaway. By doing this, you're isolating access. We've seen cases, unfortunately, where like a third-party app gets compromised.
Yeah.
And attackers get into the entire Google account because the user just used their main password. App passwords stop that. They act as a firewall almost. If, let's say, Outlook itself had a massive security breach,
Right.
you can just revoke that specific app password in your Google settings, and your main account, your emails, your photos, everything else stays safe. It's much more controlled.
That makes perfect sense. Wow. Okay, so just to recap the two main things here. First, enable two-step verification if it's not on already.
Absolutely number one.
And second, generate that specific unique app password for Outlook or whatever desktop mail client you're using.
Precisely. That's the core process. It might seem like, a couple extra clicks at first,
Yeah, a little bit of setup.
but the security boost you get is huge. Well worth that small bit of effort, really.
So what does this all boil down to for you listening? It's pretty straightforward. Take action now. Seriously, go check your Google account settings, turn on 2FA if you haven't,
Please do.
and then generate that app password for Outlook or your Mac Mail or whatever you use. It's a simple step, but honestly, it offers substantial protection for your digital life. And just as a reminder, the info today comes via Excel Technologies. They're an authorized Google partner providing Google Workspace and other IT solutions if that's something you might need.
And maybe just a final thought to leave you with. Are there other apps or services you use that might still be using your main account password for access?
It's worth thinking about whether generating app-specific passwords for those too could further shore up your overall digital security. It's all about building those layers, you know?